My Charles Wysocki whip, which you've seen. A little bit of love got put into this one. It is called Peaceful Countryside Dimensions Kit. And it got a little more love on my trip up near the church. No reason this has not been stitched on more except for time and Christmas ornaments. But I do want to finish this one. The bright colors, and you know I love Wysocki's art. The country Americana theme. So we'll get to this one more in this year. It's been a long time since I showed you this piece, which was purchased on sale at Joann Fabrics, called Provence Sunflower Sampler. And I put it in this year's lineup because I would love to have it hanging in my kitchen. As I told you, I had chosen this because of the blue and white, the wrought iron border. Never paid attention to roosters or stitching them. Always loved sunflowers, but I've never stitched sunflowers. But it was the whole design that appealed to me. And so we have still what you saw before, the same amount. This was the section that is 1/1, and then it goes back to 2/2. But I would love to get this one. Put some love in this one. It is long, fairly large piece, but not too large. So, Sunflower Sampler by Janlin. I did not mention that. You know, because I've discussed this with you before, how much I love the Long Dog samplers, because we were proud owners of a beautiful greyhound, one of the Long Dogs. And this one I chose because of the unicorns. You remember, this is called Dankworth. It has not received any more love, but it will this year because I want to see this progress. Every time I sit down to stitch this one, I just want to sit and stitch for a long time, but I'm going to show you just the part that is completed. And at one point I had said that I was doing 1/1. This is actually 1/2. And I want to say it's 40 count linen. It may be 36, 38. But a very beautiful linen that I purchased at my needle workshop, and you'll remember that this is a very large piece. Dankworth by Long Dog Samplers. And I have dropped a few of these. Let's see. I don't think you've seen this pattern, which I pulled out and worked on one night and another night and made a lot of progress, but now I'm second guessing myself. It was another Scottish souvenir from Stirling Castle. You can see it's just a representation of the castle. But what I did was to pull the fabric out of the kit. And this is what I've done so far. As is my pattern, I'm second guessing my fabric choice. So, sky, castle, grass. I'm going to go with a better fabric, or shall I say, a different fabric, probably not solid white, and start this over. I would love to finish this one this year, even if I have to bring in my own DMC to finish it out. I think I will change fabric, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some progress on that one. And then let me grab the ones I dropped. Please excuse me. This is the blue Delft that you were so helpful about. No more love on this one, but I do want to show you how perfect the fabric change made this design. Let me see if I can hold this up for you. So you see we have a lot of the border finished. And if I could finish the square, goodness, where the windmill is, then I believe I would be inspired to do some alphabet work here and then finish the border up at the top. This fabric is perfect for what I wanted for this design. So thank you to all of those who gave me your suggestions on start over, be happy with it, which I did. I think the blues show up so vividly on this white fabric. So this one I am pushing forward on as well. It was by, or is by, Designworks. And then, what have I skipped? Oh, a tiny one. If you have stitched a long time, you will laugh with me about this. We brought this back. Bookmarks, Scotties, and Westies. We brought one for each of our girls to stitch. And Mama got a visit by the frog, ripped out and ripped out and ripped out, and totally lost interest. But look how close I am to finishing this. What is my problem? This should have gone on my trip with me. So we'll have another Westie, another Scottie, and then the two little dogs at the top. We need to get going on this one. Just a lot of fun. I have no idea why the frog had to slow the progress of this one down, but it is by Textile Heritage in Scotland, and it was done in 2016. Love the dogs. Wish I had a Scottie and a Westie, so this will be fun. I must discipline myself. Now, a little bit of housekeeping before we talk about the giveaway and the stash. When I showed you my Christmas stitching from many, many years ago, I was unable to locate this book for you, but I found it and I wanted to show you where the Christmas tree angel topper was from. Also the two angels and a lot of the small ornaments that I did, the joy, the drummer boy, the Noel. I even did the owl. I'm not sure where he ended up. And then the joy piece, which we had framed. My mother's For Unto You Is Born This Day, which I had changed to the blues. But it was published in 1978 by the Heirloom Shop, which was a cross-stitch and needlepoint shop in Jackson, Mississippi. Very, very old book. But this is where those stitching, Christmas stitching patterns came from. Let me say that I had done this piece for my mother-in-law. I wonder what happened to that. If I keep a green bough in my heart, the singing bird will come. She loved cardinals, and I remember stitching this one. I don't know what happened to that piece. This book had all kinds of Christmas fun in it. I hope it's available on eBay. I don't know. Very old. All right, let's talk about stash, and let's talk about this giveaway. Very small stash. After Christmas, my daughter and I visited our local needlework shop with two of our friends who are amazing needlewomen. And they had never been in the stitch niche before, so we were enjoying showing them around. And I showed this pattern to my friend, telling her that I had seen it completed on YouTube. Stitching Jules has finished this one. Thank you, Jules, for sharing. And she snatched it out of my hand, put it in her basket, and said, Merry Christmas. So I'm the proud owner of The Prayer of St. Francis by Lizzie Kate. This is number 178. This will definitely be stitched this year. I love this. I love the prayer. If you are not familiar with it, look it up and read it. It begins, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Don't we need that in this world? So, fun gift from my dear friend and a beautiful stitch for the year 2018. And if it's true to Lizzie Kate, it will not be a lengthy stitch. I will use the DMC conversion rather than the Weeks Dye Works. So brand new, fun, ready to stitch that one. Then my other item of stash is a book which I found at a local bookstore after the holidays, and I chose it because of the bright, cheerful colors and the modern designs. It is by Jane Schofield, Home and Heart Cross Stitch. And in a later video, I will show you the ones in here that I really want to stitch, but I have to show you the one that I want to do for baby Timothy. Look at this baby sampler. So modern, so cheerful. So, had to get this. We did have a coupon, so it was discounted, which was nice. This is published by Tuva Publishing, T-U-V-A. And I know that Ms. Schofield is British and lives in England, but so many cheerful designs. I'll share more of that with you in another video.